I have no idea why I'm doing it, because I know what my part of the job is. I'm supposed to write songs and sing them and, do what there's other people that know what they're doing and they say to do it, and so I'm doing it. I guess it's, if I have a reason for myself, I guess it's, I mean, you know what, I have no idea. I had been playing piano very, very seriously, starting when I was about 11. I started out by writing, I would write scores to chase scenes in National Geographic Explorer series. I would see a something chasing a something, a lion chasing an impala, and the impala with those gorgeous jumps, I remember, and I would go into my room and try to make the jump happen on the piano and the chase happen on the piano. I like to do these instrumental things first. And then my friend Manuela, who was my best friend in 2nd grade, she had this huge fight with her parents, and it was just like, oh, well, what you do when your friend is upset is you write a song for them. And so I wrote a song called Manuela, and then that's kind of started me writing songs with words. Sometimes I write songs. Most of the time when I write songs, I think that I get this reputation because it's true that I write all these songs that are very angry towards people, and it's all about, trying to seem like I've got it all under control. And they're all just really, it's not true. I never feel like that when I'm writing the songs. They're all kind of pep talks. And so...
so you're kind of trying to
But they end up kind of coming true later on. Like after a year or two, I'll finally actually feel as strong as I did when I tried to pretend that I was that strong when I wrote the song.
You're a very complicated woman.
Some people may know that you and I shot a music video in this very house for one of your songs. What was it called? Not About Love?
Yes.
Which is a song about what?
I think in the beginning, I saw everything I was doing as more of the letter that I was showing everybody, because I just really wanted to make my introduction to the world and to make friends and to, I don't know, put my stamp out and be like, who likes my stamp? Be my friend or something, But now it feels a lot more like I'm doing it for the doing of it, which I know has got to be a lot healthier. Well, whenever I've written a song, it'll just come off of one thing that catches my eye, so to speak, in life, something that somebody said that I thought was so appalling and insulting that also happens to have a really cool rhyme that could go with it, and then there's 2 lines, and then 2 more lines, and you've got a verse, and it just kind of goes off from one thing.
How much time had elapsed between this and the last record? Was it 6 years?
6 years.
What were you doing?
Nothing.
Just hanging?
I really wasn't doing much at all. I feel now, in looking back, that I should have been doing something interesting so that I would have something interesting to talk about when this question was asked of me, and also because it would just be good to have accomplished something over 6 years. But I guess I was writing some, and then I also, for a time, I kind of just decided to just lie easy, and I got really dependent on television a little bit. And,
really? Like what? You were just sitting at home just watching reruns?
Well, just pretty much just Columbo reruns.
Oh, I got the Columbo. What is it about Columbo? You love Columbo.
I love Peter Falk. He makes me happy. I really, really enjoy fitting words together, but I only enjoy it when it's kind of easy, when it just kind of rolls along by itself. I never erase or cross out anything. I hardly ever write anything down. The song will be completely written in my head before it's actually written down. It's called Extraordinary Machine because that was kind of like my hopeful pet name for myself.
I thought you maybe had an extraordinary machine, like something that could make waffles and...
No, give me anything, be mean to me, do whatever, anything, life hit me with whatever, and it'll go through me, and it'll come out into something nice.
Wow. That is an extraordinary machine. Is that happening? What if people are nice to you? What are you going to do then? What if I say you're beautiful, talented, clever, you demand respect and should have it? What are you going to do with that, girlfriend?
Well, here's now I'm going to start talking like the musicians that you talked to before. I don't understand that language. No, no.
Does all art come from angst, then?
No, I really don't think so.
Then how would you write the Extraordinary Machine stuff?
Well, I had angst then. But, oh, well...
How are you going to write now you're happy? Am I scaring you?
A little bit.
Yeah. I'm scaring myself.
No, I figure, well, maybe it's true. Maybe you need to be sad. Maybe you do. But I don't think so. I think that, but no, here's what I think, though.
Okay.
I only write when I'm angry or sad or something, because that's when I just have to write. And I only will work if I absolutely have to. If I'm having a good time, and if I'm having a good time and I'm happy and things are going really well, why would I want to stop what I'm doing to go and write at the piano?
You are, yes, absolutely right. I feel that about this. Do you find, because I feel, when I come out here and I talk to folks, it cheers me up. Does writing cheer you up?
Yeah, it cheers me up, but the worst feeling in the world, for some reason, is like, and this has been happening since I was like 8 years old, and I would write little songs, and I would be so excited, and I'd get like my mom to come in and listen to them.
Yeah.
And as soon as I would be done playing the song, I would get so depressed, and I still don't understand it. It's just like a letdown. It's like, I guess I expect, you know, somebody to hear it, and then the world just becomes bigger and brighter all of a sudden because I've played this song out loud for the first time, but it doesn't happen.
No, you're confusing that with drugs. It's drugs. whole different thing. And very bad for you.
Go with yourself. I was so miserable back then that I pretty much blocked out everything that happened back then. I know that I was real pouty, and I know that I was... And I know that I was also being yanked around everywhere, and that I had good reason to be pouty, but I just know that I was so miserable. The whole reason why I wanted to make an album in the first place was because I was so tired of trying to explain my personality to people. I was so uncomfortable with the social situations that I really, really thought that if I had a CD of songs, that I could just put that out in the world, and then everyone would understand me, and then I would have all the friends in the world. And of course, what happened to me in my particular situation, I think most people find out that what they thought, you know, they thought if they got rich or if they got famous that everything was going to be solved, and it wasn't. But in my case, not only did I not get what I wanted, I got exactly the opposite of what I wanted to have happen. Instead of having everybody be my friend and understand me, everybody thought I was awful.
When a song starts, is it usually because you've got a word in your head, or you've got something in your hands, you've got a thing you feel like you want to play? I mean, is there...
It hardly ever starts with the piano. It'll start with, it starts with words, mainly. I like finding, if I find a phrase or a word that I get excited about, it'll immediately have some kind of association to something that's happening in my life. And I won't like go and sit down, and I never sit down and try to write songs. I just kind of walk around a lot with things in my head, and I like to rearrange the words and make them so that if I say them, the rhythm and sound is fun to say, and the sounds of the words bounce off each other in a certain way, and I like making the rhymes, because I always get so amazed that you can always find a rhyme that makes exactly the right sense, like it was always meant to be there. I really like playing with the words part of it, and I'll do that without writing anything down until there's like a verse or a chorus, and then I'll sit down at the piano and I'll match it to the words. I'll play something, and I don't know how it happens.
And when you're doing the thing with the words in your head, do you have a melody for the words? No.
No.
You just have a rhythmic cadence for the words.
Yeah.
So you're sort of like
sometimes
a
it happens. Sometimes I just start. Sometimes I'll just walk around in my house by myself, and I'll just like this used to happen to me when I was like in like 4th or 5th grade. I started doing this thing where I would walk home from school, and I always do so much thinking. And when I'm walking, I'd walk home from school, and I'd come in, And I'd open up the door, and at that time, there was a mirror right when you walked through the door, where there was a mirror, and then there was like a little thing where you'd hang your keys on it. So I'd be walking in silence and thinking in silence all the way home, and when I'd open up the door, for some reason, I would open up the door, I'd see myself in the mirror, and I'd sing something, and it would be like whatever had been on my mind that I wasn't really thinking clearly, but I'd sing it, and it would have a melody. As soon as I saw myself, I'd just be like, you know, whatever it was that I'd been thinking, and it would have a melody to it, and I'd hang up my keys, and I'd walk down the hall. And
so you're making little videos.
I was kind of, but like 1-second videos, but it was kind of like a reveal of to myself of, this is what you've been thinking about, and, you know. And so sometimes I do that, but not in a mirror or anything, but I'll be sitting.
Is the mirror still there?
I don't think so. At my mom's house, it's not there. I got a lot of shit too, like after the last album, like from people that were close to me, like being like, you have to keep on working. You're being lazy. Why you have to get to the next thing? You're wasting what you've got. You've got this great opportunity. You've got, you know.
Right.
And it's like, no, really. If I were to force myself to do it, then it would be crap.
Yeah.
And that's what a lot of people are so crappy about, and that's why people get awful and they lose their thing. I won't write a song unless it serves me in some way where I feel like I have to write the song
and to
make myself feel better.
Yeah.
You know, if you're not overflowing with something, then there's nothing to give.
To me, the writing the dialogue is so easy. I actually feel just a touch of a fraud taking credit for it, even though I'm protective of it. I feel like, you know, it's just like, it's like some sort of God antenna, and it's like, if it's, you know, it's...
And most of the time is spent with just keeping the antenna out there. That's like 90% of the time, and then all of a sudden you go, okay, I'm full, and you sit down wherever you're sitting down, and it goes, bleh. It's simple. If I end up writing songs that I want to record and sing, then I'll be doing this, hopefully, and then I want to do it. But if I don't want to do it just for the sake of doing it, like I don't want to do it and because I want to do it, I'm going to go and try to write songs. It's got to be the other way around. Like, if I write songs, then I'll be doing it. But if I don't feel like writing songs, I will not force myself to make an album, just pull one out of my ass just so that I can continue to be in the spotlight or something, or to continue to... It doesn't always have to be my career. There's no law that says that I have to have this as my career my whole life.
You know, I really, really, really honestly do not know if I will ever write a song again, or if I'll...
Right, yeah.
If you have just made something, you should fucking feel like you've got nothing left in you.
Do you take part in all the rock and roll lifestyle, though? Do you go to the Roxy and take your top off and dance on the table and stuff?
I hardly ever leave my house or my neighborhood, really. And that's not a sad thing. That seems like it's a sad thing.
No, I think it's
I got everything I need. I got my handful of friends and my handful of nice places that I like to go. And that's really enough for me. I don't...
What about touring? Do you ever go out and do
I like touring.
Yeah?
I love touring.
But only in your neighborhood? No.
It's like...
Tonight, live from my next-door neighbors.
It's like the trick or treat.
Hey, it's Fiona Apple. Want a concert?
Now, thinking of that first album and that first tour, and then the second album, the second tour, everything I'm doing now, I don't have that need for the world to understand me anymore. The reason why I'm doing this now is just as a way to gauge how much I've grown. I like doing the same things that I did 10 years ago and noticing how much more joy I can get from things and how much more at ease I am with myself. There are all these little rulers by which I can measure my progress.